Welcome to Midnight Shadows, where dark and mysterious tales will send chills down your spine. Tonight, we're stepping into a world you should never attempt, a dangerous game. A game where one wrong move and you may never make it back. Music builds, a faint image of a creepy doll appears in the shadows. This is the game of hide and seek with a spirit. You'll be alone, just you and a doll, with an unseen force always watching your every move. Once you start, there's no turning back. A flicker of lights, a glitch in the TV, could mean it has found you. Remember, never try this. This isn't a game, but a door to a realm you cannot control. Chilling sound lingers. Are you ready? The story begins now. Tape Library cannot be held responsible for any incidents that may occur if you decide to reenact these yourself. Please, don't try it. Welcome, one and all, to an evening of games, rituals, and mystery. Tonight, we're going to explore 3 games that are reported to allow us to contact a world outside of our own. First off, we're going to be playing with a doll. Nothing scary about that, right? Everyone's played hide and seek before. But have you ever experienced that feeling when you're hidden and you can just hear the seeker moving around right next to you? You hold your breath. Something on an almost primal level fills your nervous system with adrenaline. Did you know it's possible to play hide and seek alone? Well, our first game we're exploring tonight will see you doing just that, or not playing with another human at least. Dolls play a huge role in the world of Japanese folklore, often used to distract spirits or cleanse people of their sins through rituals. In this case, the doll becomes a vessel, a place to temporarily trap an entity, so that you can have some fun. If the spirit wants to engage in your game, however, it's a risk you have to be willing to take. First, you need to choose where you will play this game of hide and seek. It needs to be inside and obviously have plenty of good hiding places. Many people choose to play the game in their own home. While this is certainly an option, I personally wouldn't suggest you attempt any of these rituals in your home unless absolutely necessary. It's important that you choose a good hiding place and that you are able to look out from this place and see the room you are in. These are the items you will need for your game of hide and seek. A doll of some kind, it will need to be stuffed. Uncooked rice, a knife or scissors, some red thread, and a needle. A pair of nail clippers, a cup of salt water, incense and a lighter, a working television, a sink or bathtub, something large enough to submerge the doll in. Now that you have your items, it's time to prepare your opponent in this twisted game. Cut the doll open using your knife. You need to remove all of the stuffing from inside the doll and replace it with the rice. Then, using the nail clippers, cut off a piece of one of your nails and also place that clipping inside the doll. Once you've done that, the surgery is complete. Stitch the doll back up, making sure it is sealed tight. However, when you have finished, don't cut the thread. Instead, take what is left, remove the needle, and wrap it around the doll tightly. This will keep it contained while you prepare for the rest of the game. Fill the bathtub or sink. Burn incense in the room you plan to hide in. Don't worry, your opponent won't be able to smell it, but it's important to cleanse the room. Then set up the TV close to your hiding spot in the same room. It's important that you can see the TV from where you will be hiding. All other electronic devices should be turned off throughout the building. Place the cup of salt water and knife near your hiding spot and return to the doll. It's time to give your opponent a name. What you name it doesn't matter too much, but whatever you do, do not name it after yourself. Now we wait. The game will commence at 3 a.m., so get yourself comfortable until then. Once the clock strikes 3, tell your doll that you are IT first. Repeat 3 times to it, your name, and then is the first it. Take the doll to the bathroom and place it in the water that you poured into the bathtub. Then, start moving through the building, turning each light off one by one. Enter the room where your hiding place is. Turn off the light, turn on the TV, and hide. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes and count to 10 quietly in your head. Don't worry, you have nothing to fear yet. It is simply your turn to be the seeker. Once you finish counting to 10, open your eyes, Pick up your knife or scissors and head back to the doll. Remove it from the water and say, "I found you," and then whatever you have named the doll. Now it's time for the real game to begin. Cut the doll free from the thread that you tied it up in. This time, repeat 3 times. You are the next, and then your doll's name. Put the doll back in the water and leave the knife next to it. You don't have long. Rush back to your hiding spot as quickly as you can. Make sure you can still see the TV. If it starts to behave strangely, maybe flickering, playing odd noises, or even displaying something on the screen that shouldn't be there, then your opponent is close. You cannot turn on any lights. You cannot lock any doors. You cannot leave your home, and whatever you do not make a sound. You need to give your opponent enough time to potentially find you. One report of this story saw 2 people playing together. While hiding, the television started to cycle through channels rapidly. The brief moments of channels flicking through began to form sentences, almost like a spirit box. First, they heard the words, "I will find you." That was followed by the approaching sounds of footsteps. Then, the TV seemed to say, "Where are you?" The footsteps then changed direction as they echoed around the house, before slowly approaching the wardrobe the 2 players were hiding in. "Are you in there?" the TV stuttered. One of the 2 looked through the crack in the wardrobe door. "Found you." The TV sinisterly echoed as a knife was plunged directly into that unfortunate player's eye. "But hopefully you won't be found." Once enough time has passed for the doll to have had a fair shot at finding you. Reach out from your hiding place and take a big sip of that salt water, holding it in your mouth. Bring the cup with the remainder of the water with you and start looking for the doll. It likely won't be in the bathroom anymore, but be quick. When you do find it, pour the remaining water from the cup over its head and spit the water from your mouth at it before shouting, "I win," at the doll 3 times. As long as you have followed all the instructions to the letter, the game should be over. Wait for the doll to dry fully and then burn it. Make sure nothing remains. In the vast majority of cases, this ends things. Although, the reason I stress that you shouldn't play this in your own home is that some report nighttime visits from the doll, even after it has been destroyed. In these games, you never truly know what you are inviting to play with you, and whether it is happy to play by the rules. I did an episode on these creepy urban legend games last year and had a lot of fun with it. So here we are again with a bunch more for you to explore. Frequent patrons of the tape library may have noticed we've been gone for a while. But don't worry, we're back for good now, and I've got a lot of really creepy stories to bring you soon. So if you haven't already, then please be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. Let's get into our second game of the evening, shall we? This one should hopefully encourage you more. Joining me, you are welcome to leave now. Then light one last match and toss it gently into the room behind you as a signal for the guest to depart. Wait for the match to burn out, but do not look behind you at any point. After a few moments of silence, you may sense that your guests are leaving. Once you're sure they are gone, you can turn around, go back into the hosting room, and dispose of the invitation paper. If you followed the steps correctly, the gathering should now be over. But a few things to keep in mind. Never look back during the ritual. This is a vital rule. No matter what you hear or feel, resist the urge to turn around. If any matches fail to light, or if you hear unsettling noises that seem aggressive or impatient, end the ritual immediately by loudly saying, "The gathering is over. You must all leave now." Leave the house and only return once daylight breaks. Some guests may not want to leave. If, over the next few days, you notice strange occurrences, like items being moved, cold drafts, or unusual noises, it might mean a guest has overstayed their welcome. In this case, you'll need to perform a cleansing ritual or invite a spiritual expert to help you clear the space. The hosting game can be a fascinating way to invite positive interactions with the spirit world, but it's essential to respect the rules and stay mindful of the energy you're inviting into your space. Always end the gathering properly and ensure that your guests have truly left. Some of them may be harmless, but others well, you wouldn't want them hanging around longer than they're invited. If you enjoyed this ritual and would like more spine-chilling experiences, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for the next one. We have plenty more supernatural games and eerie tales coming your way. Until next time, stay safe and keep the lights on. To repeat the number silently in your mind, let it echo through the silence of the wardrobe, filling the space around you. Keep repeating it, focusing all your energy on that single number, and do not let your thoughts wander. The number serves as your connection to this ritual and the path you're about to take. After a few minutes of focusing on the number, take the empty glass in your other hand and tap it gently against the glass with the water 3 times. This is a signal to whatever lies on the other side that you are ready. Do not rush this part. Take your time and ensure each tap is deliberate, as if you are knocking on a door. After the 3rd tap, place both glasses in front of you in the dark, on the floor of the wardrobe. Now, remain completely still and quiet. You may begin to feel a presence in the wardrobe with you. It might be subtle, a shift in the air, a slight chill, or the faintest whisper of movement. But do not open your eyes, no matter what. This is your final warning. Once this part of the ritual has started, you cannot go back. Keep your eyes closed and stay perfectly still. After what may feel like an eternity, but will likely be only a few minutes, you will hear something. It could be a soft knock from the inside of the wardrobe or the faintest sound of breathing. When you hear this, you will know that the doorway is opened. Here's where it gets tricky. If you wish to continue, slowly lean forward, keeping your eyes closed, and reach for the glasses again. Pick up the glass with the water and drink it completely. Once you have finished, say the number you've been focusing on out loud 3 times. At this point, you will be asked a question. You won't hear it with your ears, but you'll sense it in your mind. Do not answer out loud. Simply think of your response. If your answer is correct, you'll feel a sudden shift, as though the space around you has changed. If you want to stop, you can open your eyes and end the ritual by saying, "I do not wish to go any further," and then leave the wardrobe immediately. But if you choose to proceed, well, that's where things become uncertain. Some believe you are transported to another realm, a world parallel to ours but twisted in ways we can't comprehend. Others say you'll disappear completely, leaving no trace behind. No one knows for sure, because anyone who has successfully completed this ritual has never been seen or heard from again. If you choose to abort the ritual before the final step, get out of the wardrobe immediately, turn on the lights, and leave the house. Do not return until daylight. And remember, never play this game lightly, as it's not just a game. It's an invitation to forces and places beyond our world. If this ritual intrigued you, there are many more dangerous games like this that explore the boundaries of the unknown. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to cover more. And as always, stay safe, stay curious, and most importantly, don't look back. And with that, our journey through the unknown comes to a close. If you've made it this far, I hope you're still with us in the world you started in. But if not, well, I guess we'll never know. These games, while intriguing, tap into forces and realms that are far beyond our control and often beyond our understanding. As we've explored tonight, there are risks. Remember, this isn't just a thrill-seeking adventure. When you open a door, you can't always be sure what or who might come through. So, if you're considering trying these rituals for yourself, be cautious. You might end up somewhere you can never come back from. If you're brave enough for more, don't forget to check out the next entry into our tape library for other haunting games and rituals you can play. As always, stay curious, but be careful, because some mysteries are best left unsolved. And that is the chilling truth behind this second paranormal game. What may seem like mere urban legends found on the internet could actually hold dark powers we cannot foresee. The summoning of spirits, strict rules, and the terrifying consequences of failing to comply leave us questioning. Is this just entertainment, or are we truly opening a gateway to another realm? Whatever the case may be, remember, once you begin, not every game ends safely. If you dare to try, think carefully, If this story sent shivers down your spine, don't forget to like, share, and comment your thoughts on these mysterious games. And if you want to hear more terrifying tales, be sure to subscribe to Midnight Shadows so you won't miss any new videos. Thank you for listening. Quarto Mini.